Welcome to Novels Alive, Live the Story, brought to you by Between Your Sheets for those with a passion for books, and the 7th Annual Jared Butler Fan Convention and Charity Gala. Today's guest is New York Times best-selling author Roxanne St. Clair. Welcome to Novels Alive. I am so happy today. I have New York Times best-selling author Roxanne St. Clair, but you don't go by Roxanne.
Everyone calls me Rocky.
Rocky. And I would think Roxy, but it's
No,
Rocky.
my mother thought Roxy sounded like a stripper.
Oh,
So she called me Rocky from the time I was born.
Okay, well, I won't call you Roxanne then. I'll try and remember Rocky. Now, you've written a ton of books.
30 books.
A ton. And most of them have been this romantic suspense.
Romantic suspense, yes. So most of my career I've been writing romantic suspense, which is completely fun, and it will always be near and dear to my heart, and I hope to write more. But I did take a little bit of a departure this year.
And tell us all about it.
Well, I'm launching a new series with Grand Central Publishing on April 24th called the Barefoot Bay series. It's a contemporary romance set on a fictional island off the Gulf Coast of Florida called Mimosa Key, and it's about the people that live in a little inlet called Barefoot Bay. And here's the first book. Can I show it?
Of course.
Right here. Barefoot in the Sand, followed by Barefoot in the Rain, Barefoot in the Sun, and Barefoot by the Sea. Sort of at the core are 4 women friends who met in college who come together in times of crises. And the first crisis that happens is the main character's home is lost in a hurricane. That opens up book 1, and she sort of has to build a new life. She's a single mom, and she's lost everything she had, and it's really her opportunity to start all over again. And well, who walks into her life but a younger man, an architect, to help her build.
I love it.
To help her build her resort and take down her emotional walls. So it's a lot of fun. No dead bodies, no surprise villains, which is a great departure. But I had a lot of fun writing a very emotional book.
Well, and you've been through a hurricane yourself.
I have. It was easy to write about the feeling of the next morning walking into your home. Well, she actually climbed out of her bathtub, took the mattress off her head, which is how many people spent Hurricane Andrew in Miami, where I lived. And everything was destroyed. Everything, the windows gone, cars smashed, all of my belongings were gone, and I was devastated, as you would be. I mean, I was like one of those women on CNN crying in the middle of a natural disaster. But I was 4 weeks pregnant with a child that had taken 4 years to conceive. So when I was looking around kind of shaking and ready to fall apart, my husband was like, the baby. And that, for me, was really all that mattered.
Wow.
But the lesson you learn when you lose something like that is the people that are left behind are far more important than the belongings. Except to lose pictures hurts.
Oh, I was going to say, but the pictures, that's a really, really tough thing. You still have the memories, but...
Yes.
But you're right. I mean, it puts things into perspective.
It really does put things in perspective, and really helped me write that character, because she's sort of an excuse maker, and Mother Nature wiped away all her excuses. She had to start over and find optimism and in the mess, and she does, and it was a ton of fun to write. Very emotional.
Starting over is always a good thing.
Yeah, it's a great theme for a story. Yeah, a lot of that in these books. A lot of reconciliation and family forgiveness, and lots of characters that are set in this fictional town, and I just really had a good time writing it.
Oh, I can hardly wait to read it.
Oh, good.
And then you've got a YA coming out as well.
I do. I couldn't stop changing gears this year. I sold to Delacorte Random House a young adult novel that'll be out in July called Don't You Wish, and it's a parallel universe story, which was lots of fun to write because I have teenagers, so and I've always been a YA fan. I love YA. Oh, it's been my comfort read for a long time. So I finally had a story idea sparked by a question my daughter asked me, and I just wrote it up, and I was fortunate enough to find a publisher for it, so I have that coming out in hardcover, and I'm really excited. And there's a movie deal.
Oh, tell us all about it.
Well, there's not a lot to tell. I've sold the option for film. A screenplay's been written. A couple of very well-known people are looking at it and working on it. And I've just, you know, got my fingers crossed, saying some prayers and hoping for the best. But obviously that's not in my control. All I can do is write a great book.
That's all you can do, and you do write great books.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I love
Thank
them,
you.
and I'm sure your new genres will do just as well
I
as the
hope
others.
so. I mean, I know a lot of readers are like, whoa, why'd you leave romantic suspense? And I didn't. Not completely. I will write more romantic suspense. But creatively, after 29, 30 books, it's time for a change. And I think the market will be receptive to it, and I hope my readers love my characters and my voice and come over to Barefoot Bay, because it's a lot of fun there.
I'm sure they will. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Dayna.
today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.